How did serfdom function under feudalism? Imagine living your entire life tied to a piece of land, unable to leave without permission, and working for a landowner who controls everything you do. That was life for serfs under feudalism. Serfdom was a system where peasants called serfs were legally bound to the land owned by feudal lords. They couldn't own land themselves or sell their labor freely. Instead, they worked the lord's land and paid dues in crops, labor, or money. The lord provided protection and the right to farm a small part of the land for their own use. Serfs had to give a set amount of work each week on the lord's domain, which was the land the lord kept for himself. They also paid rents in kind, like grain or livestock, or sometimes in cash. This system created a strict social hierarchy where serfs supported the wealth of the aristocracy. They had little economic freedom because their work and income depended on the lord's rules. Serfs could not leave the manor without the lord's permission, which kept them dependent. The landowners held incomplete but strong property rights over the land and the serfs working it. Serfdom was not slavery because serfs could not be bought or sold separately from the land. But their lack of freedom and dependence made them similar to a bonded labor force. The economy under feudalism was mainly based on local production and self-sufficiency. Serfs produced food goods mainly for their own use and for the lord. Surplus was extracted through customary obligations, not wage labor or free markets. As time went on, the system started to change. The rise of towns, trade, and new ideas about property slowly weakened serfdom. Wealthy merchants and early capitalists promoted wage labor and market exchange. This shift allowed workers to sell their labor freely and created a new economic system called capitalism. The decline of serfdom marked the end of feudal economic and social structures. Instead of land-based dependence, labor became a commodity that could be bought and sold. So, in simple terms, serfdom under feudalism was a system where peasants worked land for their lords, paid dues, and had limited freedom, all supporting a rigid social order that eventually gave way to modern economic systems.